Hi guys, good morning. I have a little not an announcement, something that I've been thinking about, some thought to share. Insight, not insight, I don't know. I haven't completely even like formed it or shaped it in my mind. I feel like it would make more sense to write it down first, but here's what I was thinking. I just saw a video online, of course, about one guy was preaching, from what I understood, and he was all tattooed. And I noticed that one thing, that I started looking at people like that differently. Like there were like two, I don't know, maybe two to me in my mind. There were two people, or two types of Christians, maybe. There are Christians that are very happy and very sweet in their attitude, in their words, and the way they talk. They're like, oh, I'm super Christian, oh, I love Jesus, blah blah blah. And I mean, I don't know much about them, but I personally never liked them because they give off this, I don't know, maybe they are like super sincere, and like they do have Jesus in their heart, and maybe, like, I don't want to condemn, I don't want to judge and all that, but before November this year, I noticed one thing. Well, not before, like after, let's say after October last year, 2024, I started changing. Well, not, okay, I'm gonna correct myself. Not me started changing, but God started changing my heart completely. Like Paul says, it's like, I'm never gonna reach perfection, never gonna reach Jesus level, not even like Paul's level, and even Paul, where he is, he says that even he's not perfect in his spiritual growth, like in his devotion and in the things that he's doing for God. Like even he's not perfect, even he has a lot to work on. So I don't even want to talk about myself, how much more work I have to do, but like I was saying, I didn't notice before. Well, not that I didn't notice, I didn't look at it this way, at people who were talking about God passionately, and being very radical and very not eager, like they actually believe what they are talking about. Like before that, I know that it was devil putting these thoughts in my mind. Like I was so blind, like completely blind, because now I know what these people are talking about. I know what they've been through, and I know, even though I don't necessarily have to know their background. I don't necessarily have to know what they've done and what God forgave them, but I know that those who sincerely and boldly and without any hesitation or fear preach God, preach Jesus, preach good news. That's pretty much the only thing that God told us to do. But we can do it like in so many different ways, and that's what I've been thinking about. But it's topic for another video or another conversation. So like I was saying, now I look at these people, who are being very passionate about preaching and talking about God. I started looking at them like completely different way. Like they actually love God and they live, by God. They like God's with them and He is in their hearts, and they are driven by Him, and that's what I would want personally. Because before I was scared. Like this is like part of my testimony. which I have written, but I never posted it anywhere. Not a lot of people may know about it, but I don't want to, forget about it and keep living my life, keep doing what I used to do. I don't want to do any of that. I'd want to share it one day. I'm sorry, just my wisdom tooth is really bothering me because it's really hard for me to swallow. It's hard for me to move my jaw properly because I can't even open my mouth properly. See, this is how much I can open my mouth. This is it. And it's been like this for 2 or 3 days. So on Friday I'm gonna go to the dentist. Hopefully they'll be able to help me. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to share. It was 5 minutes. I feel like I have to write it down and make it shorter. But yeah, now I understand those people, because back then I was very like, I was thinking to myself, how can they talk? Do they even believe? Aren't they all like, skimmers or schemers or whatever their name is? Aren't they all like, they don't believe what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know God. I don't know who paid them to talk about this. I had all these thoughts. Like, spiritually, I didn't feel it. I wasn't with them. I wasn't with God, and like I couldn't see. But now I do. Thank God. I know it's Holy Spirit like working in my heart, and I'm really happy and grateful. And now I don't want to hide it. I don't want to hide my faith. I don't want to hide God from my life in front of everybody, because I used to live only in church community. Like, I didn't talk to nobody else out of church, like not a lot, at least. Now I don't have a lot of subscribers, and I don't know how many of them are Christian or not Christian. Like, I have no idea. But I pray to God, I honestly pray to God that He will show me not just how to talk to people, so that they will know that there is God in me, because it's really, 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 really hard. Like, I didn't see God in these people who were passionately talking about Him, even though I was saved and I had Jesus in my heart. But back, like, in that time, I was in this like dark place or something where I lost my faith. Like, I did lose my faith, and I refuse to believe that these people do actually confess their faith, confess, or, well, not confess, more like, well, yeah, talk about actual Jesus, like what He's done in their life. And I was thinking this is all like, not illusion, but like a lie, like I didn't feel it, not even a little bit, seriously. And now these people who are watching me, who are following me, and who know me, I don't know if they know or don't know what's going on in my life, but I would want them to see God through me. Like, honestly, this is like something that I've been thinking about, because see, the thing about that, I think God on purpose did this. I mean, I'm not blaming Him for like me stepping away from Him. I'm saying that like, whatever situation is gonna happen in my life and how bad I'm gonna fall, He always gonna turn it into good, as long as I'm gonna come back to Him. I'm not saying that it's okay to fall down or to fail and to keep back and to rise and to get back up and come back to Him, confessing my sins. I'm not saying this is a good thing, like, but it's in human nature. We all gonna do that, but it's hard. Of course, it is hard not to do it, you know, to be perfect, but at the same time, it's important to to keep focus on Jesus, to keep focus on what He's telling us, and to be consistent in developing this relationship with Him, you know, because the relationship's not gonna grow, it's not gonna get any better, you're not gonna get any closer to the person if you're not talking to the person, you know. So yeah, and that's pretty much what I wanted to share, like my little confession. I'm probably gonna post it on YouTube because I don't think I'm gonna edit much here. What else? Well, that's about it. I'm probably gonna make a smaller video, but only after I'm gonna write down some notes about this idea, this thought that I had, you know, how I used to look at Christians who are preaching, who are speaking boldly and passionately about Jesus, and how I look at them now. Yeah. So thank you. If anybody ever gonna see it, thank you for seeing it. If you want, you can share your thoughts. I'm not telling you to share these thoughts in the comments for what is it called, to promote the video or to make the video more, you know, like engaging, whatever, I don't know, but to actually, like, if any of these thoughts or whatever I said like made you think of something about your life, about yourself, I'd love to share it. I'd love to hear what if it did touch your heart, you know, or if it made you think about yourself or your life. That'd be really nice. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share, and goodbye. Have a nice week. Yep.